Okay, it is iced hazelnut
Grape Adler.
and we are background, noise convos
Convos
podcast.
podcast.
Yay! It's already mid 2025. Can you believe that? I know we've been
Mid-2025.
gone for a while, but been kind of busy. Life happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the last one we did was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months
Maybe,
ago,
I don't
something
know.
like that. So it was just a rando one, just talking about where we've been then and what have you. So I've been wanting to do this since the beginning of the year when I first saw it. I saw it on the CD Cave YouTube channel, and it's a CD tag. I know we're 6 months in, but it's the CD tag of 2025, started by Glen Kellaway from the Basement. That's the YouTube channel, and he talks about music and CDs. I think he does vinyl too.
I know you're serious about it because she has it on a clipboard.
I have it on a clipboard. I wrote down all the questions he had for the tag, so I figured I'll just do it on. Let's do it on the podcast.
Sweet.
Okay, so the first question on this tag is, what was your first CD player? I can't remember, but my favorite was a small Iowa console.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I had a Sony, the little Walkmans.
Uh-huh.
Or Discmans.
Yeah.
So I loved, oh my god, that Iowa, though, was my first console. And it was a little black, I think they called it a bookshelf unit. And for the life of me, I can't find a picture of it anywhere.
I thought when it had the 6
No.
CD. Oh, no.
No, it was a single CD. But it had, pedestal. They were small speakers, but they were powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had it up on that bookshelf behind you one time.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom came in the room to go to because you have to go through my room to go to the laundry room. And I had Mozart going.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, it sounds like an orchestra is in here in your room. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, the sound was great from those. So AIWA, that was...
I think I vaguely remember that one.
Yeah, and I don't know, it might have been a hand-me-down, because then I purchased my Sony 5 CD changer. I loved that.
It was 5
thing.
or 6?
5.
Oh, it was
5
5.
CD
oh,
changer,
okay.
yeah.
I thought it was 6 for some reason.
And I lost it in a fire.
Yeah.
That sucked. So, and I just never replaced it, but maybe one day I will. But I've been playing my CDs in...
Well, then CDs were becoming obsolete, or CD players,
Yeah.
that's why.
So I play mine on, I know they say it's not the greatest sound, but I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, and it just depends on your speaker too, I think, is my Sony Blu-ray player. And then recently, my nephew dug out of the upstairs closet. I still had my, was it JVC?
I think it's JBC, yeah. Is it?
Yeah, JVC CD player.
Yeah.
It's another bookshelf, and the speakers on that sucker are heavy.
Yeah.
And it's a good sound. I like that.
And on your TV, you have a Vizio bar, speaker bar.
Yeah,
So
a Vizio
that-
speaker bar. That
yours
helps
sounds pretty
too.
good. So.
Yeah. And I still have my Sony Discman, and it still works. It's in storage.
I gave mine to my nephew because he was listening to CDs
Yeah.
when he was younger. And then we found one in the thrift store.
Thrift store, and I gave him that one too.
Yeah, and he still uses that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when his phone was giving out on him.
Yeah.
How about you? You remember your first CD player?
My first CD player?
Yeah, either like a small one or a...
I think I had a small, Sony Walkman I did get a Sony Walkman eventually, but it was just, one of those cheapy kinds.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
I can't remember those... They still sell some at the store, those cheapy ones, $20
yeah, they
ones.
still sell them, yeah. Well, at the time, they were, 20, so.
They had Jensen. Jensen was the one.
Yeah.
And it was a decent one, though.
No, this is, an off brand.
Oh, okay.
And then my favorite, if we're going to go, that's not, a thing on there. Is there a favorite one?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so because you said your favorite one.
What was your first CD player? So I'm just going through, small Carey ones and then bookshelf ones or consoles.
My favorite one is, did you get it for me for my birthday?
What?
That one that hangs on the wall and it's a CD.
Oh, yeah, I think I did.
It's a CD player and a tape deck.
Do you remember the brand?
I don't remember.
Does it still work?
I think it's still upstairs. I don't know if it still works, but it's still upstairs.
And it's vertical. You put it in vertical.
It's on the wall, yeah. So it was out of the way,
too. We should see
too.
if it works.
We should, yeah.
Yeah.
And then hang it up in my room.
Yeah, there you go. Do you still have a lot of CDs?
Oh, yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I dwindled it, but I think... No, it's not that I dwindled. It's all in a book. So,
I have
and then
four
I
of
have
those.
some of those. I only have one.
I have 4. Well, one is movies though,
So
and
I
then
don't have
3 of them are all music. 200.
Okay, so I don't have any of the covers of those. And then whatever I have from the thrift store that I got, maybe I lost or I just didn't have before on CD. I have those, but it's like maybe 30 CDs that are just in CD form.
Okay.
So, okay, next question.
2. First CD purchased. All right, I can't remember exactly, but it might have been Dwight Yoakam's Guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc. Because I had this cassette and I wore it out, and then I knew I wanted to get the CD if that one died on me. So I'm pretty sure it was that. And you?
CD?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember my first CD.
But what would you guess it would be?
It would probably have to be a Mariah Carey. You know, it might have been Emotions. 92 or 91? 91.
Okay.
I would say it was probably Emotions then.
By Mariah Carey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3. Last new CD purchased. Well, probably the last new one I purchased with my own money was Beck. And that was 2014, I believe, when, what was the name of that? Phases? Yeah, 2014. I love that CD too. The most recent one was a gifted CD. I asked for it for Christmas. That's all I asked for Christmas. Anyone get me this CD? And it's Ferrell's newest CD. So, and I love it. So
that's a new CD that I bought.
That you bought.
I think was... It had to be a Beatles CD. It had to be when the Beatles reissued all that stuff, and that was 10 years, 15 years ago too. When they reissued, once they reissued, and then they went. It was like maybe a couple years before they started streaming. They let the rights to stream, because for a long time you couldn't stream it. So, yeah, I want to say it was one of the Beatles albums, and I do know I bought this. It was Paul McCartney live in New York.
Oh, okay.
So it might have been one of those. It's definitely a Beatles or a Beatles member. So
okay. What is the last? Okay, so I thrift CDs at least. Yeah. Well, not lately, not every week, but
you thrift
every couple of weeks. Yeah.
I mean, I help you.
A couple times I'm lucky if I find one. Sometimes it's like they're all picked over and there's really nothing I want, but there's at least anywhere from 1 to 5 CDs every time I go to a thrift store. I find and buy and purchase, because they're $1 at the outlet, Goodwill outlet. And I have my Goodwill outlet hauls. If you just go in Iced Hazelnut, Iced Hazelnut channel. Yeah. I post those hauls on there. But what
was the last one you got on there?
I got No.
Well, you got a good stack of them.
I got 11 of them last week.
Damn. I didn't realize it was that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 11 of them. So whatever it's the late June haul. Just check that out. And those are the last ones I purchased from there.
Nice.
And what's your last one purchase? Did you go? Oh, I bought you one. The Les Miserables.
Oh yeah, that's
part
right.
of that. It was, and I didn't put it in my Discogs or mine because it's yours.
Yeah.
It was new in package.
Wait a minute, it was a 25th anniversary.
2010. From 2010.
Yeah. 25th? Or 35th? It's an anniversary show.
Yeah.
So
cast recording.
That's where they all came back. I think Alfie Bode and Nick Jonas was in them one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Nick Jonas.
Oh, wow.
Yes, of the Jonas Brothers.
Okay, so number 4 is how many CDs in your collection? So right here I have 1,051, but it's more now. Jesus. It's got to be 60 or 1,065. So my Discogs is private, but I also keep a separate
movie
sheets.
Spreadsheet,
because Discogs sometimes doesn't have. It may not be in there, and you have to go through a rigmarole you can add a CD, but you have to go through all this stuff. I'm like, no. So what I did was you can download whatever you have, and that's what I did. And when I added to Discogs, I also added to my personal one on Sheets, and so then I add whatever doesn't come up on Discogs. I have everything on my one personal sheet one, so... how many do you have, you think?
I think, if I estimate, maybe close to 200.
200?
Yeah. That's including everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I have some in that little under my TV that I kept, and then what I have on top of my DVD CD player or holder, and then what's in the book. I would say 200. So
Gotcha. Hold on a second. I timed out here. Hold on. I think we're still recording, but I hate when it does that, and I gotta figure out how to. Yeah, it's still recording. Okay, so how many CDs? 5 is jewel case or digipack. Jewel cases. Digipack is those, like the Sierra Ferrell is a paper one. Those paper ones.
Oh, yeah. Like what I prefer?
Yeah.
I think I would say the jewel cases.
Me
just
too.
because they look better on the shelf and they store better. I mean, I've had a couple. What are they? Digipacks.
Digipacks, they're called.
They're nice, and I understand.
I didn't even know there was a name for those.
I
don't like the digipacks.
They're eco-friendly, probably.
Yeah, they are eco-friendly. Yeah, that's why people.
But I can see those getting damaged.
Yes, because when you have to slide it in,
yeah,
sometimes they get scratched. I was like, come on, man. There's some digipacks though that you open and they have a little thing in the middle, but it's not as. To me, it doesn't seem as. If it's a paper one, it's gonna wear out.
Those Beatles ones are digipacks. I just realized that.
Yeah.
But they come with like a whole bunch of other stuff. I just realized that those reissues were digipacks.
Gotcha. Okay, number 6.
It might be cheaper too, actually.
Number 6. Best purchase of 2024.
Best like music purchase?
Yeah. It could be thrifted. It doesn't say new or.
Oh yeah.
I have a top 3. Or 4. Sorry.
All right.
How about you? Did you buy it?
See, I really don't buy.
I
have one that I can do, but go on.
Go ahead.
You go first.
Okay. So, Tattoo You, because I was talking about that.
Yeah.
I love that record. I had forgotten about that. It's the only Rolling Stones I ever bought because I wanted it, because it had like 3 songs I really liked. And at that time I figured, if I like 3 songs, I might as well get the whole album, right? Instead of, because they were like $3 each song if you wanted to purchase
right.
either a cassette or a CD single or a vinyl, 7-inch vinyl, whatever. So it was Tattoo You, Rolling Stones. Chronicles I found, and these are all thrifted. So I found Tattoo You recently too. Chronicles, Rush. Oh my God, I love Rush. Rattle and Hum. I have, but I found another copy. Actually, I never did have it. I had the DVD, so I would play the DVD all the time. Rattle and Hum.
Oh yeah, you didn't, did you?
But I have the CD. Yeah. I found the CD. And is that it?
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah, I had the cassette. I might have had the cassette. Yeah,
I thought you had the cassette.
But yeah, definitely I had the DVD, or have it. I still have it.
I usually, when I go to the thrift or the outlet, I'm usually looking for books.
Oh yeah,
clothes.
you are.
I don't really, or I look at the dishware. So
the miscellaneous stuff.
I don't think I've ever like maybe I've gotten 1 or 2 CDs from the outlet. Well, from the outlet.
Well, I found you that one.
Yeah, you found me the Les Mis.
Yeah.
But the one that I like that you got me, that you found too, was the Greatest Showman record.
Oh, the vinyl.
Yeah.
New and packaged.
New and packaged. She's like, should I get this? I'm like,
it was
yeah.
$1. I'm like, why not?
I think that was the best one.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, 7, a live CD.
Live CD.
A favorite live CD.
Live CD. Well, I guess the Paul McCartney, I like to listen to that one, Live in New York. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I listen to live. Like, actual album. I'm trying to think. Folsom, what is it? Prison Blues? By Johnny.
Yeah.
That's a live album. I didn't realize that.
I have
that one. That one. That's a good one, too, actually.
For me, it's Rattle and Hum, of course. And UB40 Live in Moscow. Oh,
yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that's so
Whenever
good.
I look up stuff for that, I forgot about the one he does with Chrissy Hine. I Got You, Babe.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's from that show.
I
that
think
CD.
They collabed on Breakfast in Bed. They do that, too.
I think they do, yeah.
Breakfast in Bed. Number 8, best sounding in your collection.
Best sounding?
Yeah.
I was like,
I had to think about it too.
Best sounding.
To me, it's like almost any of my classical. I love the classical.
Because they remastered it, yeah.
And my Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy, and the Infinite Sadness. I love the way that sounds.
I like the sound.
Or do you even notice
I do, because you can tell.
Yeah.
Like, the Beatles stuff is all remastered.
Uh-huh.
And I have a couple of... I think Adele. That sounds really good. The Adele records that I have a couple of Adele records, so... But, yeah. So, probably Adele.
Okay.
Those are the best sounding to me in my collection.
Favorite cover art?
Ooh.
Well, I love Tattoo You. I always like that. Tattoo You. I guess that's supposed to be Mick, too. I thought I read somewhere.
That sounds about right, the way it's moving.
But I thought it was a woman.
I thought it was kind of obvious.
And this recent one I found, it's a tribute to Biggie. I forget the name of it. A CD I got. It's from Thrift too. I just love the artwork on that. It's splashy. I don't know if you remember it. I have it, but I have it in my bin down there. I'd pull it out, but...
I'm trying to think artwork. Because I used to look at the CD covers all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of them are photographed from the 90s.
Yeah.
They're not really art as they used to be.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Duran Duran, Rio. That's a classic.
Oh, yeah. That's
a good
Patrick
one.
Nagel.
Nagel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Nagel.
Patrick Nagel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think here. What do I have that I like?
That's how I got into Nagel.
I like the Magical Mystery... Not Magical Mystery Tour. Sgt. Pepper.
Yellow Submarine?
No. Sgt. Pepper.
Oh, Sgt. Pepper. Oh, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts
the
Club.
club. The cover, because it's so different, and all of them with all the different cutouts. And then I'm trying to think what else do they have. Like I said, there's a lot of photographs, not so much art. They don't do that as much anymore. Yeah.
Okay, next then. 10, a box set. You have a favorite box. Do you have a box set?
I don't have a box set. The closest I think of listening to a box set is maybe... Oh, no, I do. Stevie Nicks.
Oh, there you go.
I have Stevie Nicks. So
nice. Did you buy that or did you find it at thrift?
I bought it, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I bought it.
Way back when?
I think it was on sale.
My favorite is Dwight Yoakam.
Okay.
From 1999, Last Chance for 1,000 Years long box set. Still have it, love it. And I have the Led Zeppelin box set from 1990. I found that super cheapy at Barnes and Noble's one time. I'm like, there's like no way I can't.
I think Stevie Nicks
not buy this.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's like an inch thick, and it's the Led Zeppelin. It's a 12 by 12. It looks like it could be a vinyl, but it's the CDs in there.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Number 11, CDs from favorite band. From your favorite band. I have 2 ultimate favorites.
What do you?
From 2001, Paul McCartney, Wings, Wingspan.
Okay. Good one.
I found it at thrift. I couldn't believe it. And I found the cassettes last year or the year before of oh shit, what is that double CD? That's a famous Wings too. I can't remember it right now, but I found it on cassette. What was the other one? Oh, and Smashing Pumpkins, Mellon, Collie, and the Infinite Sadness, because I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Not the Ultimate Santana. Get it right there.
No.
What was the question? Oh, favorite band.
Favorite band. CD from a favorite band.
CD from... Well, probably the Beatles, because I usually listen to those the most. Ooh, what did I listen to a lot? Probably Let It Be. I listened to the most out of all the album, like a whole album. Maybe the White Album. I listened to. Those are the 2 like whole band albums that I listened to. I mean, I listened to all of them. At once. Yeah. But what I keep on repeat is probably Let It Be. And maybe, I'm trying to think another band. Who else would I listen to CD wise? I'm trying to rack my brains of what I have. So.
You listen to a lot of individual artists, right? Like Adele.
I do.
And Mariah.
Carey, yeah.
You don't like the boy bands that much, right?
They're okay.
Yeah. It's our nephew that loves them.
Yeah, I like the BTS. The BTS.
The BTS.
So, anyways.
Number 12, right, Ron?
Yeah.
Most CDs from one artist. So, at this time, I went through my things, and I think this U2 is up by at least 2 or 3, because I found more at thrift. U2 is probably the highest at 12 at the time. I found like at least 2 more, if not 3. So I might have up to 15 now of U2. So that's the most. And I love U2. Dwight Yoakam, I got 11. And then 9 for these 3, Bob Marley, Brian Setzer, and Johnny Cash. I have at least 9 CDs.
I'm an idiot.
What?
Yeah, you said live album?
Yeah.
Duh, Fleetwood Mac, The Chain.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot. Because I'm like sitting there trying
Mac,
to, because I'm trying to like, because I can see like my individual like CDs, but like I said, I have them in a book and I haven't looked in that book in a while. I don't listen to a lot of physical media anymore. I should.
Yeah.
That's why I need to put my CD up.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like I just listen to a couple hours. I'm like, no, I don't. It's just what I have physically.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with streaming, Spotify, and all those, you don't.
YouTube
like, I have
music.
a whole, I have a whole thing, but just, So what was the question? Sorry.
The question was most CDs from one artist. How many CDs? Like I said, for me, U2 is probably up to 15 now CDs I've gotten.
You think it'd be the Beatles, but I think it's actually Mariah Carey.
Ah,
it's like her first like 10 CDs. I think I have.
How many CDs does she have?
With them, I only have like the 6 or whatever.
Dwight Yoakam could go up to 12, but I don't have his newest one. I would like his newest one, but I rarely get something new. Like I said, I got it gifted for this last Christmas last year. So.
Well, Mariah Carey put out a CD every year since when she
oh my god
started until 2000.
Oh,
when she had 2001 when she did what's that? What is that called? Glitter.
Oh,
that movie she did.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, because she was doing because of the contract she had.
Oh,
so they obligated. She released one every year for like 10, 11 years.
Wow.
So I have like 11 of her, and then I got a couple others afterwards. But yeah, probably like 12 because I think I got the Emancipation of Mimi afterwards. So
that Brian Setzer, I have like at least one, if not 2 doubles of his I found, but that's not counting doubles. So having 9 is a lot to me, for one artist. But I love Brian Setzer. Okay, number 13 is do you collect CDs and vinyl?
I only have CDs.
Okay, I have both, but I have like maybe 70 vinyl according to my spreadsheet.
Is that including what you have in the crawl space or no?
No, that's not including the crawl. In the crawl space, I might have like 15 to 20. I think it's not a lot. It's definitely all fits in one bin. So I got some back from when we had a fire. So,
I don't have record players, so I don't have vinyl.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Do you ever sell your vinyl collection? No, I've never sold any of my vinyl.
No, sir.
You never had any? No. Okay, so next is, let me check this thing again. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. I have to figure out how to turn it off for when we do these podcasts, because I'm always thinking, oh no, it turned off, but it didn't. We're still going. Okay, 14 was ever sold your vinyl. No. This 15, this is the last one. Oh, it says show a CD for your listeners to hear, but we're an audio mostly, so
yeah.
I would say listen to any of the ones we talked about for me.
Yeah.
So
a CD, anyone.
For new, I would say Sierra Ferrell for sure. There's also an artist that I want to get that I don't have. Her CD is Lola Young. Newer, and I rarely like new stuff, so that's a big thing for me. And then any of these other ones I mentioned, like U2, Rattle and Hum, UB40, the Rolling Stones, Tattoo You, Rush. Oh my God, Rush is so good. And the Pumpkins are my absolute favorite band ever, and I just love music. I don't love all music, but
I mean, CD to listen to that
and classical Mozart.
Well, not a CD, but music that I listened to the latest Maren Morris Dreamsicle. That's a good one. I listen to that. I like most of them. There's a couple of songs like I can take it or leave it, but I mean they're good. But the rest are a little better. So
yeah,
that's my latest one. And maybe I'm trying to think here. What's the other one I was listening to?
A CD.
CD.
What's the best experience you think a listener could have listening to one of your favorite CDs?
My favorite CDs?
Or a good CD to listen to.
Good.
Like, for me, I didn't even talk about it, Mozart, but I haven't. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. I found a lot of Mozart CDs, and by different conductors, especially this year. I have at least 4 or 5 that I found within the last 3 months.
I I would probably say The Chain, Fleetwood Mac, that
Chain,
live one from
yeah.
96, 97, something like that.
Wow.
So if you haven't listened to it, it's pretty good, even though it's live.
Wow.
They do really good. That's when they first reunited, like, officially.
Oh, gotcha. When
So.
they came back. And now they're sans Christine McVie. It's like, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I loved her songs, too, the ones
Yeah.
she had. She had a great voice, too.
Yeah.
Just the production, I think, they did with each of them was really good. And Lindsay has a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some songs he sings lead on. So, yeah, Mick doesn't really sing, does he?
No,
I mean, he does
doesn't.
background.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
He doesn't really sing.
Neither does
John McVie
John
did
McVie, yeah.
that first time in one of the songs, Say That You Love Me.
Oh, okay.
But that was the only time he ever did it.
With
So-
Christine, right?
Well, with all of
sang.
them.
Oh,
They all,
okay, yeah.
They did like I guess it's
Yeah.
close to you get acoustic.
Oh, got you.
On
Oh, and
the
that
front, yeah.
CD. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
gotcha.
G.
Wow. Okay.
So
All right. I think that was a fun one,
yeah,
right? And soon we're gonna come out with our. I don't know how soon, but I said 2 months ago we'd do it in 2 months, and it's been longer than 2 months. Our top 20 favorite albums ever. Oh.
I'm trying.
I know it's just so hard to find the time and then write down the thoughts and yada yada. So yeah. Okay. Well,
Right.
that's it for now. Thanks for listening and catch you later.
Bye.
Okay, just a little side note. Grape, forgot, it's not The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, it's The Dance. So if you're interested in listening, and also I will put in a links to some of these records and or songs to what we discussed. Thanks again and catch you later.